mechanic just tore this thing apart, and we've got a real problem, y'all. It's about to get real expensive. So this axle needs to be re-sleeved, and it's going to be about $1,300 to re-sleeve this axle. This is my third time replacing my kingpins in the past 8 years. This is the sign of a bad kingpin right here. This is my steer tire, and as y'all can see on the outside it looks fine, but when you get on the inside you have a lot of uneven wear and the tire is all ate up, and you also get a little vibration coming to the steering wheel. Depending how fast you're going, you know, it'll start vibrating. This truck was vibrating around 55, 60 miles an hour, but once I start going like 70, 72, it would completely disappear. But that was my first indication right there that the kingpins were bad. Day 2 back at the shop, and I don't know if y'all could see it, but this is the sleeve right here. Axle has been re-sleeved. So now it's just a matter of putting it back together, and I'm gonna go on the other side and show you guys in a minute. I think they started the install job on the other side, so let me show you guys. YouTube, welcome back to the channel, y'all. Pretty sure y'all see the thumbnail. Today we're going to do a little reverse recording. Obviously I'm back in the truck now, but I was down for a good 5, maybe 6 days. My pockets took a little hit, but we're back. Now I keep telling y'all, even though my truck was down for about 5, maybe 6 days, videos kept rolling, and that's because I'm so backed up on editing. Even right now, I still have 2 videos that I haven't even touched yet, and this is going to be number 3 after today. I definitely have enough content to keep these videos rolling, even if I'm down for about a week or so. You know, once I get rolling, I'm normally backed up on editing pretty fast. And to my subscriber who left me a comment the other day telling me to outsource my editing, seeing that I'm always backed up on editing, that will never happen. It doesn't matter how big my channel gets, you know, when I get to 1 million subscribers, because, you know, that's the end goal, and we'll get there one day. But even when I get to 1 million subscribers, I will never outsource my videos. You know, part of uploading and editing these videos, it's part of your personality, and I don't think there's anybody out there who would be able to execute and put it together the way that I want these videos put together. So for me, I'm enjoying the process. You know, if you guys go back and watch my very first upload and you come back to this video right here, you will see the progress. You know, I'm enjoying this process. You know, when I first started out, I didn't know anything about editing videos, but I was eager to learn. I wanted to learn, I wanted to get better, and I wanted to improve each and every video that I uploaded. And for the most part, I think I've done so. You know, especially with these multiple cameras, gets a little tricky. You know, but it's a work in progress. I'm still not where I want to be, but each and every video that I upload, I believe I'm getting better at it. And you guys seem to be enjoying these videos, so it can't be that bad. So the mechanic just tore this thing apart, and we've got a real problem, y'all. It's about to get real expensive. So this axle needs to be re-sleeved, and it's going to be about $1,300 to re-sleeve this axle. Some of you guys out there, you're probably dealing with the same thing that I'm dealing with. This is my third time replacing my kingpins in the past 8 years, and here's the reason why. This axle needs to be re-sleeved. If I were to go ahead and install the kingpins about 6 months from now, we'll be right back to square one. So they're coming out tomorrow to re-sleeve it. So I'm gonna see if I can get out here in the morning, and we'll take it from there. So this is the sign of a bad kingpin right here. This is my steer tire, and as y'all can see on the outside, it looks fine, but when you get on the inside, you have a lot of uneven wear, and the tire is all ate up. And you also get a little vibration coming to the steering wheel. Depending how fast you're going, it'll start vibrating. This truck was vibrating around 55, 60 miles an hour, but once I start going like 70, 72, it would completely disappear. But that was my first indication right there that the kingpins were bad. So these are my new tires right here, Goodyear Marathon. And I normally run Bridgestones on my steer, but I'm switching over, y'all. I've heard a lot of bad reviews about the newer Bridgestones, so I'm just gonna switch over, and we just gonna run some Goodyear on the steer. And I'll be back in a couple weeks before it starts snowing outside. I want to change my drive tires. I want to get me 8 new drives back there. So I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Alright, y'all, there it is, day 2 back at the shop. And I don't know if y'all can see it, but this is the sleeve right here. Axle has been re-sleeved. So now it's just a matter of putting it back together. And I'm gonna go on the other side and show you guys in a minute. I think they started the install job on the other side, so let me show you guys. So now that the axle is sleeved, this kingpin isn't moving around. The old one was moving around because the axle was worn out. So a guy came in this morning and he basically bored this out and re-sleeved it. So he should be on the home stretch. So tomorrow this truck should be ready to go, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't run into any more hiccups along the way, but that's where we're at right now. So this is day 2 and tomorrow will be day 3. And the biggest setback was they had to get somebody in here this morning to bore this out and re-sleeve it. Most guys would just replace the axle, but it's a lot cheaper just to re-sleeve it. I think it's going to run me about $1,300 to re-sleeve the axle. So I'll keep y'all posted on the progress, and tomorrow we should be picking the truck up. Today is Thursday, so hopefully I'll be out of here on Friday. And I'm pretty sure it was back in 2021 I replaced this spindle right here at the TA down in Commerce, Georgia. So this spindle right here is pretty new. The other one on the other side is not, but it looks fine. So hopefully, we don't run into any hiccups, and tomorrow we should be picking the truck up. So I'll keep y'all posted. It's gonna be a expensive repair, but gotta get it done. Alright, YouTube, here we are. I'm back in the truck, but my truck was down for about 5 days. I dropped the truck off on Thursday, and I didn't get it back until Tuesday. Initially, it was supposed to be a quick 2-day turnaround, but obviously things went south real quick. The biggest holdup was getting the axle re-sleeved, waiting around for the machine shop to get out there. But initially, I was quoted $2,300 for 2 tires and the labor for the Kingpin. I was going to bring the parts. I picked up the parts in Peterbilt. So here's what I spent on parts. So my first trip to Peterbilt was $709.02, and that was for the kit for the Kingpin and also the bushing kit for the leaf springs. But then I had to go back to Peterbilt to get the leaf springs. And those U-bolts were pretty expensive, almost $49 a piece. Had to get 4 of them. Also had to get a bunch of bolts, bunch of nuts. So in total, that came up to $288.79. But this was the major damage right here. Between the labor for the Kingpin, the 2 tires, and the machine shop coming out to re-sleeve the axle, that came up to $3,778.07. So in total, $4,775.88 is what it cost me. Let me go outside real quick and show y'all exactly what I got done. Let's go. Y'all see that pretty clean kitty cat? And it's actually a little dirty right now. I haven't washed it in about a month and a half. But this is what my motor typically looks like in between wash. Just like this. Nice and clean. So I'm gonna just run through a list of everything that I got done while the truck was in the shop. So let's start with the Kingpin. That was the big job right there, getting my Kingpins done. And like I told y'all, we did run into some hiccups along the way. I had to get my axle re-sleeved, so that was an additional $1,350 just to get the axle re-sleeved. Also replaced the U-bolts on my leaf spring. I replaced the bushing on this side of the leaf spring. Those bushings up front were fine, so I returned those to Peterbilt. So that did save me about $204. We got some new rubbers, new tires. This is actually a brand new wheel right here. So what happened was when they were changing my tires, putting on the new tire, they used that sledgehammer and they dinged up my wheels, y'all. And I just put those wheels on my truck about 2 years ago, brand new. You know, I changed out my old wheels because they had a bunch of scratches and, you know, stuff that I couldn't buff or sand out. So that was the only reason why I changed those wheels. So they banged up my wheels pretty good, man, both of them. This one on this side was scratched up. The other one on the other side had a pretty big dent right here, and it also had another dent somewhere at the bottom. Well, you know, it was sitting at the bottom at the time. You know, it's a wheel, so position could change. But they couldn't find the wheels I had, so he ordered me 2 brand new wheels. So this is a brand new wheel. So shout out to Kevin, man. I appreciate that he took full responsibility. He changed it before I even got there. You know, I went by to check on my truck and I pointed it out and I told him, listen, man, those are polished aluminum wheels and your guys banged up my wheels. So he did the right thing. And I will be going back to get some tires for my drives in a couple weeks. So these are my new rubbers. I went with Goodyear Marathon. Brand new wheel. It's a little dusty right now because it was raining. So let me go on the other side real quick. So like I said, he replaced both wheels. Not just one, he replaced both of them. This one was a little scratched up, but it would have been a different brand. They were mixed match. So he said, you know what, I'm just gonna replace both of them. Obviously, new tire right here. And like I said, we did replace some of these bolts. Some of these bolts were stripped out. The bushing was replaced over here. And that's pretty much it, man. The Kingpin was the biggest job. That was the most expensive job. And also replaced the U-bolts on this side as well. And they also aligned the truck. So the truck is aligned, running nice and smooth going down the road. I can let go of my steering wheel and the truck is not going left, it's not going right. It's just doing what it's supposed to do. So yeah, and by the way, y'all, I've got a project coming up in a couple weeks. We're gonna be putting some air ride up front. So I'm looking forward. I'm not telling y'all who I'm working with, but I'm working with one of these big popular social media guys. He gonna hook me up, give me a nice kit up front. So I'm looking forward. But yeah, I told y'all, man, my motor is always clean. My light is dying right now, by the way. Yeah, the light just died, but our motor's always clean, y'all. When you sign up to be an owner-operator, this is what you sign up for. It gets real expensive real fast. So now it's time to go out there, go make some of that money back, go recover some of that money. I actually have a load in the back of the trailer right now, coming off tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. So again, to everybody who stuck around to the end, appreciate y'all. Until the next one, I'm out of here. Peace out, y'all.